Spice on Flow FM TV, a program designed to spice up your life, relationship-wise and any other thing. Do well to subscribe to our channel at Flow FM TV.
That's right, just like she said, this is a place where we get to discuss just about anything at all, okay? And as always, you're locked in with the sensational one, Baby Boo and Queen of the Airwaves, Favor. And just like she rightly said as well, here, you need to make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way, you get notifications anytime at all we upload a new video. Sub, then you share, and you go on ahead to like. So we're going to give you 2 seconds to do all of this. Let the countdown begin. 1 and 2. That's right.
Thank you so much for subscribing. You're the real MVP.
The Spice. The Spice.
So today on The Spice, we're going to be looking at loving someone too much. Loving someone too much.
The disadvantages.
Exactly. I'm repeating it again because it is important we know the difference between loving someone too much and just becoming a nuisance in the relationship.
Woo.
And there is a very thin line between being a nuisance and excess love for your partner. You might love your partner excessively in a healthy way. Your partner knows that you love them. But then loving your partner in a way that it now looks like a nuisance is what we are about to talk about.
Okay, so having stated that, I think we're looking at disadvantages of loving someone too much. I know a lot of people out there will be like, ooh, loving somebody too much. Is there anything like loving somebody too much? Even if there is, does it have disadvantages? Of course it does, and that's why we want to bring you up to speed with some of these disadvantages.
And you know, in a relationship, I don't think the love is usually equal.
Equal,
that
yes.
the man is loving the woman excessively, or the woman is loving
the man excessively. Well, which would you rather have? Would you rather love your man excessively, or would you rather have your man love you excessively?
Please love me excessively, I beg you.
My mama always told me that it is better your man actually loves you way much more than you love him.
Finish me with love. Please don't come and kill me, but finish me with love.
Okay, now let's start off by, telling you why you do not need to love somebody excessively or too much. Maybe let's start with you.
Now we're going straight into the disadvantages. And first up on our list is it shows desperation. Yes. It shows desperation on your part, you that is loving too much, that is showing excessive love. It will make your partner feel that you're desperate and you cannot do without this particular relationship. I used to have a friend, or I still have a friend, she's a friend actually, who was so much in love with this dude. And do you know what she saved his name as on her phone? My life. And I'm like, how would you save someone's name as your life? He has not even married me yet. Besides,
my life.
why should he be the one that owns your life? But then she saved his name as my life. But that's not the essence. That's not like that's one of the examples of desperation.
Okay.
Because when the man calls you and he sees in your phone
my life,
what's he wondering? One day he can kill you and then he will take out your life.
Is that really how you see it?
That's
but then I'm trying to understand the logical explanation behind saving someone's name. Let me start again. Let me pick up again. I'm trying to understand the logical explanation behind saving somebody's name with your life. I'm trying to, and it's very much understandable that sometimes love can actually make you do some stupid things. So it's very much understandable. And you will agree with me that sometimes when you're in love, just like Flavor rightly said, darling, you do stupid things that much later you'd sit back and be like, oh, really? Did I do all of this? So it's very much it's self-explanatory. But then coming to the realization of the fact that brings us to another reason why it is not good for you to love somebody excessively. So it might get you to that point where you realize that you are overly independent. You are overly dependent rather on this particular person. And when you are overly dependent on them, you realize that certain things that you should have going on in your life, you just let them be because you're too busy, way too busy loving this person. Not like love is anything bad, but then we also need to understand that you have to love yourself first. And until you love yourself properly, you cannot love somebody else.
And in a situation where you're overly dependent on this person, decisions that you're supposed to make with a snap of your finger, you will not make them because you just want your partner's input.
Exactly.
You know you can do those things.
Your life practically revolves around this
person. When would you stand on your own? For instance, if this person should live in this country and travel abroad, how would you cope? Have you thought of that?
You're not leaving me and traveling. First of all, let's sort that out.
All right, next up on our list is that you might just be too blind to see what's right in front of you because you're busy loving him. You won't even see his flaws. The only thing you're seeing is his good parts. You will not see his flaws and you will not take notice of it. And tomorrow you end up probably in an abusive relationship and you end up dissatisfied in your marriage, in your relationship, and you'll be feeling it's your village people that is doing you. Meanwhile, it's not your village people. You actually did yourself because you were so much engrossed in the love that you had for him. You were smothering him with, I'll use the word smothered right now.
Yes.
You were smothering him with so much love that you did not see his bad side.
You're practically shoving it down his throat.
So making the right decisions, you will not be able to make right decisions, and you will not even see what is right in front of you. Another guy might be pouring you so much love that is even better than the present person you're pouring all your love on. But because you feel that this person is your all and all, you will continue, you will remain with him, and one day you will die there.
All right, another thing is in the process of loving somebody way too much, you realize that you rarely have time for family and friends. And it is very imperative that we strike a balance. It could go both ways. A man could love a woman way too much that she does not really, she's not into you, but yeah, you're so much into her. This thing goes both ways. You have to be feeling me as much as I'm feeling you.
Yes.
If the feeling ain't mutual, man, I don't know what you're talking about. You have to keep it moving. Right? Yes, and you have to, in as much as I say I have to keep my feelings in check, sometimes love just sweeps you off your feet and you be like, oh, hell,
seriously. In the bush. You don't have time for friends and family. You might have a wedding to attend, but you're thinking, if I go to Akwa Ibom for this wedding, I won't have, my man will see it like this and see it like that, and then you will not go for the wedding.
Yeah, it's always very dicey.
At the end of the day, nobody will come for your wedding too, because you don't attend people's weddings. That's just the way it is.
Well, having time for family and friends is very imperative whenever you're in a relationship, because other than your relationship, what you have going on, it is, sometimes it is required that you just hang out with family, have some kind of girls trip, sit out with friends, sit out with families, have a good time, just something different from what you've been having all the while. And when you detach yourself from family and friends, right, that could be a reason why your partner might possibly take advantage of you.
Yeah.
Because they know your world revolves around them. You don't talk to family, you don't talk to friends. And when you don't talk to these people, especially friends, yeah, it is said that family, they're always there. But friends, sometimes when you disconnect with them, they disconnect with you. And if you're trying to link up with them, eventually, if anything is going wrong in your relationship, it might be a little bit difficult for you to resuscitate that friendship. So in as much as you have your relationship going on, also ensure you work on the relationship you have with your friends and your family. Don't be too busy loving too much that you sever these other relationships.
And that brings us to another point, which is you neglecting yourself. Excess love for your partner will make you neglect yourself. You will not be thinking for yourself anymore.
That's right.
You'll not be thinking of good things for yourself. You'll not be thinking of going to get that dream job you want to get. You'll not be thinking of applying for whatever you plan to do, going to acquire that skill you want to acquire because of your partner. You only be thinking of your partner. Oh, what would he eat? What would he drink? Is he sleeping well? Is he snoring well? That is the only thing you will be thinking about. And that is where your world will be. Your world will revolve around him, like Favor said. And at the end of the day, you lose yourself completely. By the time your peers are already achieving so much in life, you see yourself still struggling because you have spent your hard-earned time, your God-given time on a man or a woman who does not have as much
love as you have for them.
And at the end of the day,
You know,
you're wondering, where did I get it wrong?
it could be a horrible feeling, loving somebody who doesn't love you in return. And another thing here, loving your partner way too much can make them complacent. If there's anything I love to do, I love to put my man to the test. I don't know if you love to do that. Like you don't, not like no. No, not like put you to the test, but I always want to ensure that the love is still there. I'm not going to love you way too much that I don't give you the chance to prove your love. No, you would have to prove your love to me. That's what I mean by I'd have to put you to a test.
Okay,
do you understand what I mean now?
Yeah.
Not like test, like trying to send it. No. But by your actions, I should know if the love, we are on the same frequency. If that's not the case, So another thing that could, or one of the disadvantages of loving your partner way too much is that it makes them complacent. Because you're busy doing all the loving up, they don't feel, they don't feel the need to work hard anymore.
Yes.
I remember that relationships, it's hard work. You have to constantly water the relationship. If you see a garden that is, cool with flowers and all, it's being constantly watered. That's how a relationship works. You'd have to constantly water your relationship with love, with trust, with, just having to do a whole lot of things in common. Yeah. If that is not the case, if one person is having to do all of this, it becomes a little bit difficult for the relationship to be sustained. So it makes your partner complacent.
You know how your partner just sit back and say, don't worry, let me call this girl now. She'll come and cook soup. Let me call this girl now. She'll come and clean this house. Let me call this girl now. Or let me, before you know it, you would. I'm not saying you're going to be his maid, but then he would not want to do anything.
Yeah, he might not say it verbatim, but that's what it eventually turns out to be.
Yeah, true.
I don't know if you saw the WhatsApp message that leaked online a couple of days ago about this particular girl that she's in a relationship, not like a relationship. Let's call it a situationship. So she goes to the guy's house, they have sex, she cooks for him, they do everything that they know how to do and all. In her mind, she's in a relationship, but the guy did not open his mouth to tell her, babe, we are an item. So at some point she felt, how girls can be now, hey, what are we now? Let us define this and all. So when she got to that point where she felt like, okay, I think I need to define this relationship, the guy told her that, but I did not tell you anything now. Everything we were doing is just for the heck of it. Like, do not tell me all of this. Hey, you come to my house, we have sex, you cook for me, you wash my clothes, did you enjoyed it? I also enjoyed it. So what are you talking about? And I could understand right from that chat her pain and how she felt. Sometimes as an individual, not even a woman or a man, you need to place a value on yourself. If somebody values you, right? If somebody values you, you are going to know by their actions. Yeah. So another disadvantages of loving somebody too much is that it somehow stifles their independence. You're way too all over them. Hey, what's up? Where are you? I need to talk to you. Can you start coming home? Men, they have a life to live outside of you. That's a bitter truth we need to understand. Other than you, before they met you, they had stuffs going on. Yeah. Before they met you, they had friends, they had people they normally link up with and all. They have colleagues and all. And meeting you will not automatically put all of this to a halt.
No.
Some people are way too drawn into the whole thing that sometimes, this my partner, man.
In fact, when
she'll call me now.
When they see your call, they'll be like, oh.
It stifles their growth.
Let me just speak. And then you pick and you're sounding like somebody's holding the back to your neck.
Yes.
I remember one time, let me tell you a story.
Okay.
We went to the salon during Christmas to make our hair, myself and my sisters.
Okay.
And you know how Christmas period, the salon is always full with a lot of women wanting to come and look good. For those that are coming
and sleep. Yeah, so I just got back. Yes. So okay, I get you.
We were all in the salon and it was getting really late. But then the hairstylist was making one woman's hair and it was getting late. So they finished. She was like, hurry up, my husband is waiting for me downstairs, And then they finished the hair and then she came down, she went downstairs to the car park, and the husband probably looked at her hair. I wasn't there, but he probably looked at her hair and said he doesn't like it. And then she came back upstairs and said that she wants the woman to lose the hair. That is like that her husband doesn't like
the hair. Okay.
Hey, I was livid in the salon.
Oh, okay.
But it was not my situation.
Yeah.
But I was angry. And the hairstylist...
You were amazed at how she was so drawn into the husband,
exactly.
that she seemed to have lost herself.
You sat down for hours, they make that hair, you're even going through pains.
You could manage. And the husband allowed her to go change the hair?
Yes, the husband said, go back and change it. We are seeing this. And he was waiting for her downstairs, you know? And the salonist told her, I'm not losing it. That's what the woman said.
Are you serious?
The woman even begged her, I will pay you more. She said, I am not losing it. Like, how can I lose my hard work that I've made on your head? Because your husband says he doesn't like it. At least let her carry it for 2 days or 3 days. Maybe at the end
case
of the
may be,
yeah. Change your mind.
Given the situation and how long she's been in the salon, you know.
And then she wanted to change that hairstyle. Now, if that woman, her husband apparently looks like someone that probably loves her more, or is she the one that now loves the man more? I don't understand now.
The situation is a little bit.
For
you
her
just
to want
cannot
to come
say.
back and change the hairstyle immediately. It's like she's the one that loves him more, and she doesn't want to offend him. So in that kind of situation, one day to get up to here, and she will not take it anymore. The husband might tell her something that is not even so important, and she will flare up. That's you stifling that person's
freedom and independence. You know, relationships, I think people should be allowed to express themselves. The fact that you're in a relationship doesn't mean you should be dumb. It does not mean you should not have a mind of your own. I think that is where a lot of people do get it wrong. You're in a relationship, yes. There is need for you to love your partner. There's need for you to respect your partner. But at the same time, also come to the realization of the fact that you had a life before you met these people. And if they were not in the picture, you were still going to have a whole lot of things going on for you. So it's more like, I'm incorporating you into my life. I'm incorporating you into my plan. Let's see how we can work around this. If that is not the case, then I think it somehow starts becoming toxic.
Now, too much of everything they say is bad. So whatever you do, even in your relationship, it should be done with moderation. Moderation is key. You might love this person so much, but please do not smother that person with your love. Don't stifle that person's independence. Don't take away that person's freedom. Don't look so desperate. If you have all of these traits that we mentioned, you'll be abused in your relationship without you even noticing it, because you're feeling that person is loving you that way. No, it's not love, it's abuse, but you don't notice it because love has covered your eye. That's why you're not noticing these things. So,
all right, having stated all of this, however, I think we'll just have to end with some of the advantages of loving somebody too much, so it doesn't look like we are anti-love. Come on now. Myself, for one, I'm a sucker for love. I love to love, and I love to be loved. So I don't know about you, baby.
I'm a lover girl.
All right, to wrap these things up, it is imperative that you actually love. See, I think it is stressful to hold back, or to want to hold back. If you see somebody you love, ideally how these things are supposed to work out. You see somebody and you want to love, just pour out your heart. That's how ideally it is supposed to be. But you know, if you meet a partner who really understands and values your love, come on, like let it be a no holds barred kind of situation.
Very important.
Pour out your love. And we're discussing this because a lot of people do take love for granted. A lot of people don't understand that you love them, and this is why you go extra mile. But at the same time, if you find the right person, please do well to spoil them with all the love in your heart.
But don't smother them with your love.
No, do not.
All right.
I don't subscribe to that. Once you start, it's not love anymore. It starts you being toxic. Yes. And it could be a narcissistic trait if you do not check it very well.
We do appreciate you taking your time to watch our video, and of course subscribing.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You're the real MVP. If you
Girl, happy birthday to you, by the way. I needed to put it out here, man. We are recording on her birthday, so we are working on her birthday.
Thank you.
You see how beautiful she looks? Ooh, sister girl.
Thank you.
All right, so that's about that. It's been amazing hanging out with you. Please ensure you sub and share and like as well. Very important.
And don't forget to comment below the post. It's important we get your contributions, we get your suggestions, and if you have questions, come on, we're here to answer them.
Most definitely. Signing out is the sensational one and the queen of the airwaves. Bye for now.